Welcome to the 2017-2018 NBA preview. My name is Joshua Enviers, and today we are covering the 13th ranked team in the preview, the Portland Trail Blazers, who I have being a 7th seed or higher in the Western Conference. Like usual, this series is inspired by Grantland, and also like usual, this series isn't based off of who's going to win a championship. This is simply based off of who I feel will have a nice win-loss record. So last year, the Blazers' win-loss record was 500 even. You know, they lost 41, they won 41. And this season, I feel like that could possibly be them once again. Maybe one game higher. I mean, they didn't really improve that much. In fact, they're kind of the same team. Last episode, I covered the Miami Heat. And I'm going to compare the Blazers to the Miami Heat. Although the Miami Heat, they did a little bit more than the Blazers, I feel like the Blazers can be a Miami Heat team of the Western Conference where they surprise some people, they get on a little hot streak, and they make playoffs or they miss playoffs. I feel like this is a perfect comparison for both these teams, even though franchise-wise they're completely different. Just for this season. It's an analogy. Nothing really was spectacular for this Blazers team last season. In fact, they struggled a lot in the beginning of the season, so they ended up trading Miles Plumlee for Jusuf Nurkic, and they actually did okay. Their win-loss record with Jusuf Nurkic on the floor was positive. Fortunately, he went out with injuries and he wasn't there for playoffs, and I mean, he wasn't going to change the complexion against the Golden State Warriors. They still probably would have got swept, but having Nurkic for the whole entire season, that's going to be pretty vital for the Portland Trail Blazers' success. Nurkic can be a more defensive and offensive type of guy for this Blazers team that is only really surrounded by Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Those are their scoring options, and now Nurkic is in the middle. I feel like that's a recipe for success. So let's take a look at the offseason moves by the Portland Trail Blazers to see how they got better.
So here's what happened in the offseason. They lost Festus Ezeli, who they signed last year and I don't believe played a single game for them. Was hurt all season. Traded away Allen Crabbe to the Brooklyn Nets for Andrew Nicholson. I don't have Andrew Nicholson on here simply for the fact that he was not on this team last season, so I just kept the players that were on this team last season. And Tim Quarterman, 3rd string, 4th string point guard for this team. Nothing special really, but they were able to get a key asset in cash considerations. Now, if I had some cash considerations, that'd be great, because you know, being a YouTuber that gets less than 5,000 views, I definitely need some cash considerations. If the Blazers could, you know, slide me some cash considerations my way, that'd be greatly appreciated. They probably won't though, because they don't even know who I am, but it's cool. They're winning. They got the moolah, and they also drafted Zach Collins at number 10 and Caleb Swanigan at number 26. It's a solid draft. Not much happened, but I like what the Blazers did. The Blazers are still going to be a playoff contender, or at least try this season. So let's take a look at the rotation now for this Blazers squad. We got Nurkic, Vonleh, Harkless, McCollum, and Lillard, while their bench looks like Ed Davis, Myers Leonard, Aminu, Turner, and Napier. So relatively same team as last year. Last year they made playoffs. This year I feel like they could do it again. There's obviously a little bit more competition, so Lillard and McCollum are definitely going to need to step it up, considering they're the heart and soul of this team when it comes to scoring. These two guys are going to be the focal point of the offense, and if Nurkic stays healthy, he'll definitely be helping them win a few more games than they did last season.
And my question for the Portland Trail Blazers, we touched upon it a little bit in the beginning of this video, is how much better does Jusuf Nurkic make this Portland Trail Blazers team?
Nurkic only played 20 games with the Blazers last season, and in those 20 games he was able to average 15 points, 10 plus rebounds, and almost 2 blocks per game. Mind you, this is a super small sample size, but if Nurkic is able to do this for 65 games from 70 games, he could be a nice double-double and defensive threat for this Blazers squad. He'll definitely be helping them reach the 7th seed that I see the Blazers being this year. There's a lot of competition in the Western Conference. This is a whole theme of the NBA preview. I really don't know who's going to get the 7th or 8th seed in the Western Conference. It's really up for grabs, but hopefully Nurkic is able to lock that 7th spot in, or even higher. I don't see the Blazers getting higher than 7th, but they're definitely the underdogs here, because the Pelicans, the Nuggets, the Jazz, they're all going to be contending for a playoff spot as well. And who knows? The Blazers might just not make playoffs. This is kind of a bold statement that I'm making. I believe in Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum and even Nurkic defensively, what he brings to this team. But whether they make playoffs or not, they're kind of free from the payroll they were cuffed in last season. They got to find a way to trade Evan Turner. I believe Ed Davis and Aminu might be expiring. If not, they'll be expiring next season. So this team's going to have a lot of wiggle room next offseason. So it's definitely going to be an interesting team to look out for.
So with that said, if you like this video, be sure to leave a like. It really helps my channel grow. And considering all the time and effort I put into this series, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Before you go, check out some of these other videos on screen right now, featuring the NBA previews past episodes. The link is in the description for the NBA preview playlist in case you want to watch the rest of the series, along with my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at @NViewers if you want to chat it up about the preview or anything basketball related. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.